नमस्कार दोस्तों, 15 मिनट की देरी के लिए क्षमा चाहूँगा। आज कांग्रेस कार्य समिति की, कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी की बैठक कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी की अध्यक्षता में हुई। यूपीए चेयरपर्सन और पूर्व कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी, पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी और कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी के सभी सदस्यों ने इस बैठक में हिस्सा लिया। कांग्रेस के चुनाव के संपूर्ण होने की आखिरी कड़ी में कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी ने यह निर्णय लिया कि कांग्रेस का प्लेनरी सेशन यानी कांग्रेस का महाअधिवेशन दिल्ली में 16, 17 और 18 मार्च को होगा, जिसमें सभी ब्लॉक्स, सभी जिलों और सभी प्रांतों से कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता उसमें हिस्सा लेंगे। कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी ने कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी को संबोधित करते हुए कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए आगे आने वाले वर्षों में एक नई दृष्टि, एक नई सोच और एक नए रास्ते की जोर से वकालत की। कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट, while addressing the steering committee, emphasized, can you please stop speaking at the back? I will be deeply grateful. Congress President, while addressing the steering committee, specially emphasized putting across a new vision, a new way forward, and putting more focus on Congress policies and ideology with a renewed vigor. Congress President particularly spoke about three important issues. Congress President Rahul ji emphasized that composition of the All India Congress Committee must reflect a harmonious blend of experience of senior leaders and vitality and dynamism of the youth. He also emphasized the point that representation in the Congress party hierarchy of women, of members of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and backward classes must be considered sacrosanct and a first priority. स्टीयरिंग कमेटी को कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष ने विशेष तौर से संबोधित करते हुए ये कहा कि अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी का खूबसूरत गुलदस्ता वरिष्ठ कांग्रेस नेताओं के तजर्बे और तरुणाई की शक्ति और ताकत और सफुर्ती, उनका एक अनूठा मिश्रण अवश्य हो। कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष राहुल जी ने यह भी कहा कि जब अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी का गठन हो तो उस प्लेनरी सेशन में प्राथमिकता से महिलाएं, समाज के वंचित और शोषित वर्ग, खास तौर से अनुसूचित जाति, अनुसूचित जनजाति और पिछड़े वर्गों का प्रतिनिधित्व, यह हमारा पहला धर्म होना चाहिए। दूसरी महत्वपूर्ण बात, कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष ने हिंदुस्तान की में फैली व्यापक बेरोजगारी और युवाओं की बेचैनी को लेकर कही। इसके साथ साथ उन्होंने कृषि क्षेत्र में जो भयंकर संकट है उसकी चर्चा करते हुए कहा कि अब किसान और खेत मजदूर को उसका हक देना यह ऑप्शन नहीं बची, ये केवल एक अनिवार्य रास्ता है जो देश को फॉलो करना पड़ेगा। while expressing deep concern on the jobless growth, as also the ongoing agrarian crisis in the country, Congress President emphasized that for India, either continuance of jobless growth or not addressing and empowering the farmers and farm laborers is no longer an option, but mandatory and the only way for India to go forward. कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी ने देश और कांग्रेस पार्टी के समक्ष कठिन चुनौतियों की भी कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी से चर्चा की। कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष ने यह भी कहा कि इस महाअधिवेशन से और इस महाअधिवेशन के माध्यम से कांग्रेस जनों के विचारों को आत्मसात कर भविष्य की दृष्टि और देश के सम्मुख समस्याओं का एक खाका इस महाअधिवेशन के माध्यम से कांग्रेस पार्टी देश को पेश करने का प्रयास करेगी। Thirdly, but not lastly, Congress President also emphasized the challenges faced by the country as also the Congress Party, both ideologically as also organizationally. Congress President particularly emphasized the fact that let Congress Party absorb the views and opinions from every nook and corner of India that will reach the entire hierarchy of the party through this plenary session, and that Congress will attempt to put up a vision and a viewpoint as also a way forward for the country, for the problems that the country faces today. Friends, besides this, Congress Working Committee had elaborate discussions and deliberations on the biggest bank loot scam that concerns the entire banking sector and its stability, that threatens the security of money of 132 crore Indians lying with our banks, and decided after deliberations to issue a statement asking certain deliverables from the Prime Minister and the government. And I take this opportunity to read this 4 paras of the statement of the Congress Steering Committee. It says, and I quote, Statement of Congress Steering Committee. India's biggest bank scam has exposed the complete failure of regulatory mechanism and fraud detection ability of the entire banking sector, and failure of oversight by the Reserve Bank of India and the Finance Ministry. The manner in which thousands of crores of public money was looted with impunity, and the complete failure of the entire risk management system tells its own story of favors extended and protection granted. The truth is that bank scam has exposed the culture of crony capitalism that has thrived and flourished under the watch of Modi government, para. Over the last 45 months, the BJP government has shown zero action and zero result on bringing back black money stashed abroad as promised by the Prime Minister, and in taking action against accused in multiple corruption scams that have been exposed. Zero tolerance for corruption has become zero tolerance for accountability on corruption. Para. Repeated frauds under Modi government's watch have given rise to grave concern among the people regarding the security of their money in banks. Nearly rupees 6,000 crores Bank of Baroda fraud was a case in point. What is worse, the swindlers of public funds have left India freely with the BJP government and its agencies acting as silent bystanders. The great escape of Lalit Modi, Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi, and dozens of others accused of banking and other frauds are irrefutable examples of complicity at the highest echelons of power. Congress Steering Committee calls upon Prime Minister to, number one, apprise the nation of complete facts about the biggest bank scam instead of remaining as usual silent. It must be brought out how the entire banking system was duped through letters of understanding under the watch of Modi government, and why all authorities, including Finance Ministry, FIU, SFIO, ED, CBI, and others were found wanting in preventing the loss. Number two, the Prime Minister must also tell the nation how a fraud of this magnitude escaped the eyes of all the auditors and investigators conducting statutory audit, internal audit, concurrent audit, and even the RBI's own audit. Number three, the Prime Minister must tell the nation the reasons for failure of the fraud detection ability of the entire banking sector and the Finance Ministry. The Prime Minister must also share with the nation the action taken by PMO and other agencies of and departments of the government on the complaints made of the impending bank scam as early as on 7th of May 2015 and on numerous occasions thereafter. Para. These are important issues that need to be answered by the Prime Minister and the BJP government in the national interest, as also to assure 132 crore Indians that the money deposited in the banks would be safe from such frauds, as well as to assure the people that guilty will be apprehended, tried, and punished in accordance with law. This statement, after deliberation, was adopted by the steering committee unanimously. Any questions that you would like to ask? I will take. I only wanted to add from my side one more thing, because many friends had asked, and Congress President had today answered also. And there has been a curiosity for some time. And Bharatiya Janata Party from time to time continues to spin it. Friends, I am releasing to you a list of LOUs. The great mystery of LOUs are all now here with me. So this great mystery now stands unveiled. Who issued, when were they issued, which dates were issued, which banks they were issued. I am releasing to you a list of 367 LOUs, which runs into close to, I think, 11,000 crores. I have not totaled, so please pardon me if my total is a little bit here or there, because I didn't have enough time to total them. But I have now got all the list, entire list. It is being sent to you in 4 different annexures. It will have 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 LOUs in one, 146 LOUs in another, 143 LOUs in one more, 77 in one, and 1 in one. I have tried to glance through dates of these LOUs, which solves a whole lot of mystery that has been stated over a couple of years, couple of days. And all these LOUs are dated 2017 and 18. So I don't know which one of them. I tried to say which one is 2011. I'll come to that. I'll answer Sunilji your question. I could not find any LOU with life of which is 90 days and extended to 6 months to 360 days by the banks. I couldn't find a single LOU. That is 2011, 12, 13. They are all 2017 and 18. I'm sure the social justice minister, the law minister, the human resource development minister, and we have now defense minister added to that kitty, and hopefully we will have the road transport minister in a day or two coming forward to deliberate on these. They will tell you as to why they have not released such a list. The Congress party is releasing to you along with this statement, this list. So this should set at rest a whole lot of doubts without evidence that were being raised by ministers who had nothing to do with the knowledge of the bank scam. Thank you. Any questions? I'll take now.
Please, can you tell us if a decision has been taken on whether elections to the CWC will be held during the plenary session on 16th, 17th and 18th of March?
Ma'am, whenever such a decision, if at all it is taken, we shall inform you. Currently, currently there is none.
Did Rahul Gandhi mention this at all in the meeting that he would like to have or not like to have elections to the CWC?
Ma'am, many things.
That's been the practice since before Sonia Gandhi. She of course put a stop to it, but before that, that was the practice of this party.
Yes. Ma'am, just to put facts straight, in 133 odd years of history of the Congress party, including, if I may remind all you senior friends here, since I'm a junior in age to you and experience both. Even when Subhash Chandra Bose ji was elected twice, he was given the authority to have a Congress working committee of his choice, except I think on 5 occasions. And the best person who knows our history, I verified it from General Secretary in charge administration Dwivedi ji also, since he knows our history far better than I do. In 133 years, only 5 times, I think, elections were held to CWC. So perhaps you may also like to check those facts that all 133 years they were held. No, let me answer first her question, Sunil Bhai. I will come to you also. Many things are deliberated in CWC. I have pointed out the crux of what was deliberated in CWC to you. This steering committee, I stand corrected since I keep saying CWC, this steering committee principally met to decide the dates of the plenary session. The dates of the plenary session, as also the ideological way forward, as also the policy focus of the Congress party has been decided. I have pointed out the 3 broad parameters of what was said by Congress President and what was agreed to by the members of the steering committee. Except for that, whenever there is any further decision, I will be very happy to share it with you. Now, Sunil Bhai, you can ask.
No, I'm just following up to Renu's point, because, Rahul Gandhi has been talking about democracy within the party, democratic systems within the party. Do you think, we are not going into the history, because Narasimha Rao, only when there have been non-Gandhi Congress presidents have there been elections. Sitaram Kesri for one, Narasimha Rao another. Do you believe in now in the 21st century, CWC members to reflect what you are talking about, the grassroots movement, those leaders emanate from that party, in the party forum, at the highest policy body, through an elected democratic way? Or do you believe that a lot of money power and muscle power will come, and that is why you will give the obligation to the Congress president?
Can I put a supplementary to this?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Why not? Yes, ma'am.
What I'm saying is it now time for you to amend the constitution and remove this particular point that elections to half the CWC would be held every time after the election of the Congress president? Because you have been amending the constitution, you can amend this also. Why leave it to doubt at all?
Thank you. I think the second question is a suggestion, and I've noted that with due regards. Yes, why not? We consider all of you as an extended member of our family. Everybody who believes in the innate ideas of India is automatically a part of the Congress family. For we are the defenders of that idea for last 133 years. To answer your question, I also want to correct you to say we are all Gandhian. You said only when non-Gandhians were president. There is no non-Gandhian who has ever been president of the Indian National Congress. And Subhash Chandra Bose ji was not the son of Mahatma Gandhi, although Gandhi ji always, despite the disagreements, many times on ideological and organizational issues, treated him and many others closer than his own child. I also assure you, we are the only party in the country on whose elections multiple questions and debates can happen. Has anybody heard ever an election being held for the post of president as far as Shri Amit Shah or any other person in BJP is concerned? The answer perhaps would be no. And if a member of the BJP beat press person had asked the question, perhaps Shri Amit Shah would be greatly offended. But I can very respectfully say that I have checked the history, which I pointed out to another senior colleague's question. Any further information that I have, I will be happy to share with you. I'm certain you want to ask something further about the banking scam.
सर लगातार 3 दिन
हाँ, आप पूछ लीजिए पहले, कोई बात।
3 दिन से बैंक घोटाले को आप लोगों ने आजादी के बाद के सबसे बड़ा बैंक घोटाला बताया। 90% जो लेन देन है वो आप लोग बता रहे कि मौजूदा सरकार में हुआ है और बिना बड़े लोगों के संरक्षण के ये नहीं हो पा रहा। क्या संबंधित मंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए, मांग करेगी कांग्रेस पार्टी?
सबसे पहले, और इसीलिए आदरणीय साथी मैंने 367 जो लेटर्स ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो निकाल कर दिखाए। वो तो सारे 2017 और 2018 के हैं। इसके अलावा कोई और हैं तो सरकार मुजबानी जमा खर्च के बजाय वो कागज सार्वजनिक पटल पर क्यों नहीं रख देती? ये कौन सा स्टेट सीक्रेट है? ये लेटर ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग कब जारी हुए और डिफॉल्ट हुए, ये स्टेट सीक्रेट नहीं हो सकता। और इसीलिए इनकी सूची मैंने तो आपको जो सार्वजनिक जो हम निकाल पाए वो आपको दे दी। अब प्रश्न ये है, जवाबदेही पहली इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री की है। जैसा आज सुबह हमने कहा, क्या चौकीदार भागीदार तो नहीं बन गए? क्या चौकीदार सो तो नहीं रहे जब देश के खजाने की, जनता के खजाने की चोरी हो रही है? क्या मूक सहमति भी सहमति नहीं? क्या पूरा तंत्र अंधा हो सकता है उनको संरक्षण के बगैर? क्या नीरव मोदी, मेहुल चौकसी, हमारे मेहुल भाई और दूसरे सब साथी सरकार के संरक्षण के बगैर देश छोड़कर भाग सकते थे? क्या 2015 से 2018 तक सरकार की हर एजेंसी समेत प्रधानमंत्री जी के कार्यालय और वित्त मंत्रालय तक यह सारी बात का खुलासा होने के बावजूद कार्रवाई नहीं होती? इसका क्या मतलब निकाला जाए? हमें उम्मीद है आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी इन सारे प्रश्नों का स्वयं देश को जवाब देंगे। कांग्रेस को नहीं देना चाहे हमें कोई एतराज नहीं, परंतु देश के लोगों को अवश्य जवाब देंगे। Well, which authority is looking at is irrelevant. The truth is that when public funds were being siphoned off, when Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi and their companies were taking away money with impunity and without any credit guarantees, when the entire fraud detection mechanism was failing, when despite complaint to Corporate Affairs Ministry, Financial Intelligence Unit, Serious Fraud Investigation Office, Enforcement Directorate, Prime Minister Office, no one was taking action. And when these people were running away, no action was taken. एक वो कहावत है कि अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत। जो फ्रॉडस्टर हैं वो देश छोड़कर भाग गए, पैसा लुट गया। अब तो प्रधानमंत्री जी जवाब दें और ये बताएं कि क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कब हुआ और किसने किया और किसके संरक्षण में हुआ। इन 5 बातों का जवाब दे दें तो ये सारा हम आपको भी तकलीफ देना बंद करें और देश भी अपनी चिंता से मुक्त हो जाएगा। I'll come back to you, Sunil ji. I'll come back to you. There were 2 friends who were raising hand when I was answering your questions.
मनमोहन सिंह जी ने बैठक में कुछ कहा क्योंकि रविशंकर प्रसाद ने पिछली सरकार पर आरोप लगाए हैं, तो ऐसे में नैतिक दायित्व बनता है कि वो भी कुछ कहें।
क्या रविशंकर प्रसाद जी आरोपों की राजनीति से आगे बढ़ सच्चाई को बयां कब करेंगे? हमारा उनसे एक ही प्रश्न है। कांग्रेस ने 5 सवाल देश के लोगों की ओर से पूछे, आदरणीय रविशंकर जी ने एक प्रश्न का जवाब नहीं दिया। हम फिर और कागजात निकाल कर लाए कल, फिर हमने 5 सवाल पूछे, फिर रविशंकर जी भाग गए, फिर उन्होंने जावड़ेकर जी को भेज दिया, उन्होंने भी कोई सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया। फिर आज हमने नए कागज फिर हम सुबह लेकर आए, उस रहस्य की, उस घोटाले की नई परतें खोली, फिर जावड़ेकर जी भी भाग गए, उन्होंने निर्मला जी को भेज दिया। अब आज और कागजात रिलीज हो गए हैं, तो अब कौन आएगा ये मालूम नहीं। पर वित्त मंत्री और प्रधानमंत्री क्यों नहीं सामने आ रहे? प्रश्न बड़ा सीधा है। सर, I'll come back to you. Second round I've not come to so far.
अभी तक नीरव मोदी और मेहुल चोकसी की बात हो रही थी। अब विक्रम कोठारी नाम के उद्योगपति भी भाग गए। 5,000 करोड़ का उनका भी घोटाला सामने आ रहा है और उन्होंने भी पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, इलाहाबाद बैंक और देना बैंक को से जो है वो लोन किया।
आदरणीय साथी, जो आज कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष राहुल गांधी जी ने कहा, देश के सामने आज सबसे बड़ी चिंता केवल विजय माल्या, ललित मोदी, नीरव मोदी, चोकसी या कोई और नहीं। देश के सामने चिंता का विषय यह है कि मोदी जी, जिनकी आंख, नाक और कान से वो कहते हैं कोई बच नहीं सकता, उनके नीचे एक के बाद मोदी भागे जा रहे हैं। एक के बाद जो बैंक का घोटाला कर लोग भागे जा रहे हैं और सरकार चुप है। पर यह पैसा किसका है? ना ये भाजपा का है, ना ये कांग्रेस का है जो बैंकों में जमा है, वो देश के 132 करोड़ लोगों का है। अगर सारा पैसा उड़न-छू हो गया तो देश के लोगों की गाढ़ी कमाई का पैसा जो बैंकिंग सेक्टर में विश्वास है और वहां जमा है, उसका क्या होगा? इसका जवाब प्रधानमंत्री जी को देना होगा। There's one more friend who was asking and then I'll take.
सर, ये है सरकार की तरफ से MOS फाइनेंस बयान दे रहे हैं। वो ये कह रहे हैं कि इस मामले में हम कार्रवाई करेंगे अगर इस मामले में पीएम का नाम जो लिया जा रहा है। जितने लोन दिए गए वो 2015 में थे और उसके बाद की जो चीजें हैं वो जांच में आ रही हैं।
राहुल गांधी की बात कर रहे हैं कि राहुल
गांधी ने नाम
लिया।
अब एक नए मंत्री सामने आ गए, समाज कल्याण मंत्री, कानून मंत्री, मानव संसाधन मंत्री, रक्षा मंत्री और अब एक जो मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट हैं वो आ गए हैं। अगले 1 घंटे बाद वो आएंगे। पिछले वाला क्यों नहीं आता दोबारा? उसको क्यों भगा देते हैं आप? हर बार नया आदमी ले आते हैं और जिसका विभाग है वो चुप हैं। जो सबसे ज्यादा टेलीविजन पर दिखते हैं, बहुत बुद्धिमान हैं, वर्षों तक विपक्ष के नेता रहे, सरकार का संचालन करते हैं, तो वो बिल्कुल चुप हैं। प्रश्न बड़ा सीधा है। मैंने कागजी बात नहीं की, मुंह ज़बानी। हर बार कांग्रेस पार्टी ने जब पत्रकार गोष्ठी की तो जो हमने कहा उसको हमने एक कागज के साथ सबूत में आपको भेजा। कथनी और करनी का यही अंतर है। कथनी बंद करें, करनी करके दिखाएं। जैसा राहुल जी ने और कांग्रेस स्टीयरिंग कमेटी ने कहा, प्रधानमंत्री जी आप 3 प्रश्नों का जवाब दीजिए और यह बताइए कि दोषियों को कब पकड़ कर लाएंगे और कितनी जल्दी कार्रवाई होगी और देश का पैसा, जनता का पैसा जो बैंकों में है वो सुरक्षित कैसे रहेगा। धन्यवाद।
Sir, I have asked one question.
Yes.
My point is that now that you said it's the biggest scam, will the Congress Party in Parliament demand for a joint parliamentary committee? And do you think that the Supreme Court should have a monitor this case through a PI because CBI, ED, according to you, was already in the hands of the Modi? Because the question is, how did these people vote?
I get it.
During that period, Narendra Modi has met him on the 23rd. There shows a clear conspiracy among all the big people of having sheltered in. So who's responsible for that and what will be done? You agreed one for a JPC, and would you like the Supreme Court to monitor this case?
You raise an extremely important question. Let me thank you for that. Indian National Congress, in the interest of people of this country, will speak to all like-minded parties in the parliament. We will show them the documentary evidence that is now available of the biggest bank scam in the history of India. And we will form a joint strategy. Leader of opposition, Shri Ghulam Nabi Azad and Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, have been assigned the task of speaking to all the parties and arriving at a strategy either of demand of a JPC or what else will be decided jointly by the opposition parties. But we will place all the facts, and we will, in order to demand accountability of the government, be raising this issue vociferously, prominently, till the Modi government answers to the parliament and people of this country. Thank you.